Okay.
And we're
Now I
live!
have.
Yay!
Oh. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this raffle event. And yeah, thank you very much, Jimmy, for having me here. So Jimmy is helping out with his stream so we can broadcast the raffle rolls because they can only be seen by the raid members. So now everyone who wants witness that they're properly raffling. Now I have to give some instructions to the raid members. We have Rifla, Tech, Wommer knows we are here. Sad but true. So you all have to stand next to me so you can see the stage channel. I don't want to use yells. Okay, I guess Tech can hear me. That's cool. Rifla can also hear me, I guess. Check. Post URL.
Yeah, Riffle said they can hear you.
Okay, so Sad but true might not have it. Look up URL again. Okay, I also just tuned in right now. So, oh, that's cool. That's really big on the screen. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you posted it. Okay. Rachel posted.
I should find like a better place to stand as a background so the text is more readable.
Oh,
that's worse.
Okay, where should we go? What do you suggest? You are more experienced with the streaming setup.
It depends. I mean, we can just be here. This is fine. Because I think the actual Sage rolls will not be the orange text. They'll be white. So it'll show up better. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Now I had to just realize I had to mute my speakers because I can hear you twice.
Yeah.
There's some delay, and myself, of course. Okay, just tell me if you're fine with the setup.
Yeah, we're good.
I understand there's a lot of disturbance here in the middle. So maybe you just want to face the wall. Maybe you just move to the side somewhere and you face the wall. Like over here.
Are you trying to put me in a corner?
Yes. The corner of shame.
Oh, maybe, let's see. I'm gonna go find the faction wall to stand against.
Oh, you're going upstairs.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Rifla Tech, Wommer. Chasing you around here. I think Jimmy found his spot there.
Actually, you know what I just realized? Hold on. I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, I won't fuck with it because I'm not sure photo mode will fuck with this Sage chat or not.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not make it too complicated. I think it's good enough. So as long as people are not moving and the name tags are not moving through the chat, I think they'll be. Okay. Now I'm just doing a test roll to make sure that. See this? This has no meaning, this roll that I'm doing now.
Rolled a 32.
Yes, it has no meaning. Okay, now I can see text name tag right in the middle of the chat. That is not ideal.
Yeah. Hold on, I can fix that.
Okay,
I just turn off name tags.
Tag is moving a bit. It seems not to help. Now he's out of the.
Yeah, he was moving, but I can turn off.
Yeah, if you turn, because there might be random people.
Vicinity player name tags. There we go.
Okay, cool. All right, shall we get this started? Showtime.
Yeah.
I might have to quickly explain what we're doing here. First of all, it's a little bit elaborated because I checked we can really only roll numbers 1 to 100. Now we had about 330 names in the list of raffle participants, so obviously we cannot get a random pick of these 330 from one roll. So I have to make 2 rolls. Now, how do you combine 2 rolls in order to get everyone the proper chance? And I'm sure there's different ways to attack this problem, and the option I chose is I just assign the people to groups. So I made 10 groups because of the number of players. It's the right amount for what I want to do. I also said that if you're doing a lot of boss fights, you'll have an up to 5 times higher chance. So what I'm doing is I'm not making all the groups same size. So the longer you stay, the smaller your group will become, and thus your chance will be increased. The chance for every group to get rolled is 10%, right? But if you're in the small group, of course, then the next roll will give you a much higher chance that it's on you and not on else. So you're sharing on the top group, you're just sharing it with like 10 people, and in the bottom group, you're sharing with 50 people. So you'll see all these groups, by the way, in the spreadsheet that I provided for download. I hope you got it. Wait, now the link to the forum page. Hang on a second.
All right, I saw it on the forum. You had it
Yeah,
on
no,
there.
I'm just trying to link it once again, just for reference, and now I have to go to my own notes because somehow the browser closed the forum. I think when I went to the Twitch, it just opened at the same time. There we go. So see if I can actually put the address directly. Yes, I can. So I posted right to the Say chat. So here you will find the list of all the raffle participants. So every participant has a ticket number, a group ID, and a player ID. So I will always roll the group ID first and then the player ID. And yeah, sorry for the math here. I have to use the model operation for breaking a 1 to 100 roll down to like 1 to 10 or 0 to 9 for the group ID, and then whatever it is for the player ID. I have to discard some rolls because if the group size is not such that the multiple of it would be 100, then I have to cut off some rolls because otherwise some group members would get a higher chance than others. Everyone needs. Okay, let's make an example. So if you have a group of 30 people, player ID 0, what's the winning numbers? Well, 30, because 30 modular 30 is 0, right? There will be no 0 from the roll. It's 1 to 100, okay? So there's no zeros. So if we go this roll, modulo 30, so 30 is your first winning roll, 60 and 90. So you have 3 winning rolls. Now, if you're player 1, what's your winning rolls? It's 1, 31, 61, and 91, right? So you have 4 winning rolls. So that's why I discard 91 and above. So everyone has 3 winning rolls in that group. Okay, so that's why I have to make the cutoff. Okay, so you also find, by the way, the group sizes and the maximum valid roll in this. No, I think didn't have it in that spreadsheet that I linked, but it's on the forum post. You'll see on the forum post I posted a screenshot so you can see the group sizes and max rolls if you want to double check.
I pulled up the raffle participant on the stream.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
So you can see everyone there.
Yes, cool. Okay, so I would say let's start with the rolls. Now I will basically roll ranks. So like with the main competition where we have ranks 1 to 10. Plus I posted a few additional ones because some people are resigning the prize, so it will roll over to the next line. I will do the same for the raffle. There will be winning ranks, and the winner picks first. Okay. Now I have a total of 18 raffle prizes in the pot, so I will roll a total of 30 people, hoping that there will not be too many that start the prize. I guess 12 extras should be enough. And in order to make this excited, how about we start with rank 18? So what I roll now, that person will get something, but likely not a boon because the boons are probably picked up by the top like 4 or 5 people, I would say. I mean, likely even by the first 2 people, but who knows? All right, so let me post that to the chat. Roll, okay, group roll, ranked 18. Let's make the roll. So we take that modulo 10, that is group ID 3. Then player roll, ranked 18. 100. All right. Now let me check. Now I have to flip around with my spreadsheet. So group 3 has a group size of 25, so 100 is actually an eligible role. Now let's take the modulo 125. So well, it's easy. That's 0. Modulo operation works. You divide 100 by the group size, or I mean, whatever role we get, you divide by the group size, and the remainder, that is then the ID of the player. So that is group 3, player 0.
Is that Norlai? Did I figure that out right?
Now you have to look up the participants. Now group 0.
It's group 3, right? Group
Sorry.
3.
Group. Thank you. That's why I have you guys, so I don't make any stupid mistake. Right. So that is Norlai, exactly. Group 3, player 0. That is Norlai. So congratulations to Norlai. Sure, I typed it right. So that is rank 18 at this spreadsheet. Okay. So rank 17.
So they don't pick any.
Correct. They will
Gotcha.
they will have won something. The problem is they cannot pick yet because I have to first ask the first one who what he wants, then the second, the third. So
Yeah.
now of course it will be difficult to chase after 18 people once after the other. So what I will do is I will try to get hold of the first ones as quickly as possible, because from those I need the feedback to submit the full name list to Funcom. I didn't submit any names yet to Funcom. I
Gotcha.
would like to send them the complete list. Who is the 6 check winners? Who is the 3 outfit winners? So I will chase the first 3 first, and to all the others, then I will send a mail, an in-game mail saying, "Hey, congrats, you won something in the raffle. Please make your priority. Give me your priorities. There's following items you can pick. Please give me your priority." And so I will collect the results and then just assign the items according to the priority.
So Norlai is the rank 18 winner?
Exactly. So he has
Gotcha.
basically, if everyone picks his prize, he has just to take the last item that will be left over, which is probably a talisman viewer.
Okay.
But
I'm just noting it on the sheet that I have on display on stream. So like I just put R18 winner in the far column.
If you want to do that, right? Yeah.
Just for so people can kind of see as we're going along.
Yeah.
And then I can sort the sheet by winners, and then be a nice recap at the end.
Okay, right. You have it because it's in this one, right? I will prepare that. You don't have to do that work, Jimmy. Really. I will in the end.
It's okay. I'm not doing anything else.
I will in the end post a spreadsheet just with the winner.
Yeah.
Just with the winners. Don't worry. Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. So I'll do the group roll for rank 17. That is group number 0. Oh, so that's one of the top 10s. So let's have player roll. I should have made a script for that. $93. Now let me check. Group size is 10. So we take model lot 10. So that is player 0.3. Now player 0.3, I have the feeling that's a winner already. That is sad, but I do not believe this. But
Nice.
why did we not start with the first two ranks? Because the check will not roll down so far. And actually, just realized I forgot to make a rule. What if you get rolled twice in the raffle? Can you get two prizes? I didn't make a rule for that. Because he might still get up in the top, right?
All right, so that's sad but true, right? That's the
I would say, yeah. Sorry, I didn't think about that before. I would say if your name gets rolled twice, you get just a better of the ranks.
So sad but
Right?
true is the rank 17 winner currently, right?
Yes, but if he wins another one later, then everyone. I mean, yeah. Basically, this rank will become free, and 18 will shift up and will fill in the end. You have to do it somehow like this in order to avoid double rolls on the raffle. Ah, damn it! I didn't, because I would be so happy if Sad but True could get a check, because he's the only one who stayed 24 hours and didn't get one. So I really hope he can get one somehow. Anyway, okay, Sad but True, rank 17. Let me add that. Then group roll, rank 16. That is group 7. Player roll, rank 16. 14. Now group 7, let me check. Group 7 has a max roll of 88. Our roll is 14, so that's fine. So group 7, that is then 16 player 7. 14. That is Lisa Sue. Congrats to them. Then 15. 11, that's group 1. Player roll rank 15. All good?
Yeah.
6-3. Now group 1, let's check. Group 1 has max roll of 96, so that's fine. 16 players, so that is player 63 mod 16. That's now a bit complicated. I should 15, but let's check calculator. Yes, that's 15. So rank 15 is player 115. That is 15. That's ein Chaos. Roll 14. That's group 7 again. I think I don't need to post the group number every time, and I think it's simple enough. You just take the last digit as group number, right? Player roll rank 14. 8. So check again. Group 7 at 88. So 68. Fine. Now 68. 8 model 44.
Hey, Joe.
4. So rank 15. Player 725. Correct. Yes. 5 is Nesuni. Now let's simplify this a bit in the box. So let's make a separator. Rank 13 here, right? So rank 13 group 1 player. Oops. 17. Now group 1. Group 1, Maxwell 96, model 16. So 17 mod 16, that's 1.
Yeah, the last one was the rank
So
14. Ripple.
rank 13 is player 1.1. That is Dervish. By the way, you are double checking that I'm getting the names right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just so I don't make any mistakes, because it's really easy to flip some data here. All right, rank 12.
You do have like the most complicated raffle system I've ever seen.
I'm so sorry. How should I better do it in order to
No,
make this
no, no.
public?
Honestly,
Of
this
course,
is probably like the fairest. If it was me, I would have dumped all the names into one giant spinner wheel and went.
yes, and look, I'm a programmer. I could come up with some little software that is doing this random roll, and yeah, or you just download some whatever shady software from the internet and do it, and nobody can double check what you have done. And for me, the main reason why I'm doing this is because the checks are in the pot. I mean, if it's just minor prizes, okay, nobody would care that much. But the checks
Yeah,
are
yeah.
so rare and kind of big, and people were really invested to stay 24 hours to get him. And
Yeah.
for me, the horror scenario would be I do this privately, and the roll goes on some good friend, and then everyone would be like, oh yeah, of course, and now he's stealing out the checks to his friends, right?
Or
When it was actually
conversely,
legitimate, right? Who
conversely, you
can
do
know?
like the most random roll, and someone that was there for 2 minutes and deletes their character tomorrow gets the boon or something. That's also a
Well,
bad
I mean,
outcome.
that possibility exists. Actually, I thought about that. So if I cannot, if I do not get a response from the first in the table, I will not say you don't get anything. But I mean, if I hear nothing for like 1 week, I might
Yeah,
drop
yeah.
it.
You're gonna have to like move
What can I
on.
do? I cannot let the others wait forever for that check. So I
Sure.
just have to pass check on to the next in line, and that person will then get one of the other prizes. I mean, the table is there for a week. If you don't pick it, then yeah, sorry about that. You will still get something by until the end of the month at least, and after that, I'll also have to clean my bank
Yeah.
space and give it to someone else. Then, and that's why I do these additional rolls in the end. Anyway, rank 12 we are at, huh? So
Yep, yep.
that's again group 1 player is 79. Again, 1, 6, 16. So 79, 16. That is a 15. Oops. Didn't we have that before? Player 115. So that is player 115.
Again?
So I think we had that player before, right?
Yeah, it's I'm Chaos or I'm some yeah.
Wait, one.
They were the rank 15 winner.
Okay, so they gained the rank now. That's what we said before. So this one, the rank 15 has now been deleted. Basically, I will shift up the others then, and Ein Chaos is now number 12. He gained 3 ranks.
So wait, so
Congrats.
so they're number 12 now.
Yes.
What
And so
happened? Did the other ones shift? Or no?
I mean, I what I did now is I basically just deleted this column
Uh-huh.
in my table. So once we are at rank 1, someone will have it, right? And all the duplicates, they are then empty lines. I will just move up everyone to fill the empty lines, and then we just continue at the bottom. Because see, that's because we wanted to make it a bit more dramatic and not start with rank 1, but rank 18. If we started with rank 1, we just would go
It
through
wouldn't
the
be a
list.
problem, yeah.
And if we duplicate, we just dismiss and do the next roll, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a talent for making things complicated, I guess.
All right, so everything below rank 12 now like shifts a rank.
No,
right?
below rank 15. Darren is still 13, Nesuni is still 14, but Lisa Su was on 16, she will shift to 15 and so on. Sadputru is now 16, Norlight 17. But don't worry about it, I will fix this later. Okay.
Because what rank were they before?
They were rank 15 they were before.
15.
Now they're 12. Okay, so rank 11 we're at, huh?
Fuck.
That's group 5. Player 5. That's easy enough. No more to be done. Let's see, group 5. Oh, careful.
Wait, what group was that?
Wait. No, it has more than 5 minutes, so it's fine. Group is 5, right?
Okay.
Group is rolled 55. You know the first digit. So that is group 5, and the player is 5 modulo group size. I don't know what is 35, but doesn't matter. So it's 5. So it's player 5.5.
So Ethereum?
So that is oh, Ethereum. Okay. Congrats, Ethereum. Akail's done. Oh, I just noticed I forgot to always name the players in the chat. Let's fix this from here on. So, rank 10. Group. Oops. That's my typo. Group 2. Player 27. Group 2 has group size of 20. So we have to take 20. 7. So that is player 2.7. That would be 7. That's Rifla. Congratulations.
Rifla.
Not the main prize, but at least something. Now I get trampled by this. call him here. Oh, you don't see it on your view. You don't see it. Never mind. Okay, Zatbatru is pinging me no mod for player 11. I didn't make a mistake. Well, okay, yeah, I did the modulo basically implicitly. The group size is way bigger than 5. So if the group size is bigger, the modulo doesn't do anything, right? So 5 modulo 35, that's still a 5. It doesn't change. So it's only once it gets bigger than 34. So 35, for example, that would then be mapped to 0. So I hope Zatbatru that answers your question. But thank you for paying good attention. All right, let's go to rank number 9. Group is 8. Player is 64. Check 8. Group 8 has 49 group size, so max roll is 98. Fine. Take 64 modulo 49.
Okay, so a roll of 48 makes it group 8?
Yes.
Okay.
Because 48 modulo 10, that's 8, right?
Yeah.
Just it's very simple. Modulo 10 is so simple. You just take the last digit. Even if it's 100, gotcha. You just take the last digit. 100 means it's a 0. So, okay, 64 modulo 49 should be 15, but let's check. 100% sure, so I use my calculator. 15, right? So the layer 5. Sorry, 8. 15. That is 8. 15. That is Krizin. Krizin for 9.
Yep.
And rank 8. Group 6. Layer 80. Oh, high number. Let's check. Eligible. Nope. Okay, so here this happened now for the first time that I have to discard a roll. Group 6 has a group size of 39, so the maximum valid roll is 78. Okay, so it must be 78 or smaller, so I just re-roll. That's 21, that's better. 21 is smaller than 39, so no modulo needed here. So that is player 6.21. 621, that is dragon. Oh, wait. You know what?
What?
I think I made a mistake. That's an artifact from my ACT. Oh my god, so stupid. I fixed the DPS number where it was relevant because the Dragon Breath shells got somehow broken off. So I fixed it where necessary. It didn't change anything in the top ranks. But of course, I cannot give a prize to Dragon Breath shells.
Well, I think we need to try.
ACT, I just to make it official here, ACT artifact discarded. Okay.
So just roll again for the.
I roll in the group.
I was gonna say, how did someone snag the name Dragon?
Yes. Good thing I remembered it, otherwise I would be chasing that person forever. Player 2, so that is a 72. Okay, group 8. Let me check. Group.
Oh wait, you re-rolled the group?
I re-rolled the group as well. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I just discard the full roll.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a good question. Wait, did we make?
I would have
mistake here?
just discarded
Yes,
the
you know
player
what?
role.
Yes, actually you're right, because otherwise I'm giving an unfair disadvantage to group number 6.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for helping me. Okay, so it's just 72 then is the player role. It's still group 6, okay? Still group 6. Player role 72. So now let's check group 6. Group 6, so roll is smaller than 78, so that's fine. So we have 72 modulo 39. Calculate. That is 3. So that is player 6, 3. 633. That's Lavinia.
And this was rank 8?
That was rank 8 for Lavinia. Now, rank 7. Sorry for the trouble. Ah, this is so much.
It's okay.
Okay.
I like the dragon's breath at 1 something. That was funny.
Okay, just PM. Never mind. Okay, rank 7, huh? Group 8. Player 61. So group 8 has max roll 8, so that's fine. Group size is 49. So 61 modulo 49. 12. Double checking. Well, that is layer 12 is 12. This Hermit 9.
Hermit!
Rank
Yay!
7. Do you know that guy or?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Alright. Rank 6. Oh, downcharge joined, so let's raid.
Did a lot of content with the free to play challenge guy with Hermit. Coming up through the ranks.
Okay. No worries, downcharger. Okay, so group is 5. Player is 40. So 5 has 35 group size. So 40 modulo 35, that's 5. So that is player 5.5. Didn't have that before?
Yeah, that's Ethereum.
Okay. Congrats,
so,
Ethereum. You won a couple ranks.
so now they're rank 6?
So now Ethereum is on rank 6, exactly. So rank 11 gets deleted. I move up everyone else below that. So rank 17 and 18 will be raffled again. So rank 5. Now it starts to get exciting. Group 2. Player 20. Group 2 has a group size of exactly 20. So 20 modulo 20. That's 0. That's the player 0's win in this group. Don't be confused, because there's no player 20 in that group, right? And 0 doesn't show up.
So it's rocket ship?
Player 2.0. So that would be, let me check. 2.0. That would be rocket ship. Yes. Congratulations to rocket ship for rank 5. I mean, that's something of one of the bigger items for sure. Let me check what's actually table. So obviously the first three, they will get the Jack Boone and the metal outfit unless they pass it on. And then there's a military backpack. And there's shocking steps. How suitable. There's 2 Rocketeer packs. So Rocketeer pack for rocket ship, right? or a better item. He can have probably a military backpack or shocking steps. All right, rank 4. Group 0. Oh, now it gets interesting. I mean, that's the top group, right? The top 10. So player, no. Player 77, so that is player number 7. Let me double check. It's modulo 10, yes, so that is player 0.7. That is
Hardly Grim.
Hardly Grim.
Is a rank 4 winning?
For rank 4. Okay, now the big ones. Rank 3. Oh my god.
Zach Group 0 again?
Not again. I mean, that will be an outfit or a check, right? Okay, so player 23.
Game tried to log me out.
What?
So the game tried to log me out because I was idle.
Oh, okay, but you're still on stream.
No, everything's good.
Okay, so that is player 0.3. So actually,
wait, is that sad but true again?
Wait, no.
0.3?
Wait. I do not believe this. Yes, it is sad.
They went from rank 17 to rank 3?
I do not believe this. Okay. Well, now it depends on the first 2 people whether that will be a check or an outfit. Sad but true. Why do you not make me the favor and get the roll on rank 1 or 2? Oh my god.
I do like the chance for upsets in the way this is going. It is pretty wild. So now you have to re-roll for what, 16, 17, 18? Essentially.
So, yes, I have to.
At the end, I mean.
Yeah. 3 re-rolls for 16 to 18, plus the additional one. Okay, so that was rank 3. Now it gets really interesting because now that's the boon for granted. I mean, rank 3 might well be a boon because some of the randoms might just go for the outfit. I don't know. I mean, some low-level players, maybe they have no value for a check, right? So
yeah,
that would be like, I prefer
well,
the
I think
outfit.
also if you don't tank, like Jack Boone doesn't matter.
Also that, right? Even if I understood most of the E17 players that are like completionists and they want him just for completion, even if they don't tank. But one of the lower level players, that might be like, yeah, cool outfit that nobody else has or almost nobody else has, serves me better, right? So it's a perfectly reasonable choice to take that one instead of a boon. So we will see what happens. Rank 2. Group. That is group number 4, so something in the middle. Player. $84. Okay, let's check. Group 4. Max roll is 90, so that's fine. Group size is 30. So 84 mod 30. 24, let's double check. is. So that is player 424. That is Ali's Powered. I have
Nice.
no idea who that is, but congratulations to Alice Powered for second rank. And now the winner. Oh my god.
It's in group 0. I
If
want to
that is
see.
a
I want to see
again,
sad but true go to the top.
yes. I would not believe it, and I would be so happy that we made it a public role because nobody can challenge it. You all see it on the screen. I'm not manipulating anything. I cannot manipulate the roles, right? This is Funcom internal. I have no influence on the outcome here. So this is 4.
Is that
That
is that what is that mod 2 or is it just 4?
well, it's modular 10. Group size of
Yeah.
0 is group 10. So 24, yeah, 24 modular 10. That is 4, right?
So that's
So that
uni.
is that's uni. So you know what? You know what? You know what?
What?
I would say. Wait. Let me double check. So yes. Congratulations, sad but true. I can officially congratulate you to a check boon. Because Uni already got her check, so she cannot get a second one. So the checks will be for Alice Powered and sad but true. and Uni can get her outfit that she also wanted so badly. Oh my
Massive
god.
grats to uni.
Oh my god. I cannot believe it. That this is the outcome of the raffle. Sad but true got legitimately a Jack Boone as well. And Uni got her outfit legitimately. So
All right, so I need
congratulations,
I
Uni.
need to.
Rank 1.
I want to see if I can adjust this here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 12
Shall we
becomes
double
11.
check the winners? So we have. Okay, so let's double check the list that we are in sync, huh?
Yep.
Let me arrange that on my screen. Now tapped out of the game. So we have first rank unidentified, second rank Alice Powered, third Sad but True, 4 Hardly Grim, 5 Rocket Ship, 6 Epherian, 7 Hermit 9, 8 Lavenia, 9 Chrisin, 10 Rifla. By the way, I just see there's a delay, but I believe your scrolling action and what I see on my screen should be in sync, right? Because people can hear me with
Yeah,
delay as
yeah.
well.
It
Fine, yeah.
should be in sync.
Yeah. I'm Chaos 11.
Yeah, I have to
Jeremy
change my
12.
numbers.
Yes. Well, don't worry about the numbers. Back. Flip it. Nezuni 13. Lisa Sue 14. Norlai 15. Okay. So now, wait, I got another PM. Okay, sad but true. Maybe you cannot manipulate roles, but surely I can. Yes, I believe you, sad but true. You did manipulate this in the background. We will investigate on that later. Okay, so I'm going to roll rank number 16 again. Group 4. Player 61. Check. Group 4. Max roll 90. Group size 30. So 61 mod 30. That's a 1. So that's player for 1. is one that is safe. And now we just make it if someone shows up again from the top ranks, we just discard the roles. They will not be demoted, of course.
We push him down, and then we just
That's
keep
not
going.
nice. You're like first, and then in the end, you're like, oh, sorry, you're rank number 25. No, we don't do that, obviously. So the top ranks are now set officially. All right, so rank 17 reroll. Group 69, so that's group 9. I think we didn't have that group yet. Player 52. Oh, check. Yep, that works. So group 9, that's actually the bottom group, right?
Yeah.
Has a group size of 54. So 52 is smaller. 52 modulo 54, that's still a 52. So that's player 9.52. It's actually towards the very end.
Bait Stealer.
So Bait Stealer, yes. He gets a little prize for fighting Megabosses 23 seconds. He was just in one fight and probably not from the start, but that's fine.
Hey, they're on stream. Congrats, Born Deny.
Are they? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations to Fate Stealer for rank 17. Will probably be an energized talisman imbuer, but let's see what the others will leave over. A decent price for one boss fight, I would say. Rank 18 reroll. That's group 5. And 8, so let's check. Group 5, yeah, okay, that's a roll I have to redo. Group 5 has 35 group size, so the maximum roll is 70, because 3 times would be 105, that's too big, so that's why the cap is pretty low on this group. That's actually the lowest cap group. So reroll must be smaller or equal to 70. Why 70? Because everyone should have 2 winning rolls, right? So player 35, sorry, player 0 has a winning roll 35 and 70, because 0 doesn't show up. It's a bit convoluted because of this random generator starting at 1. Still reroll. Oh, come on, game. How many rolls should I make? Okay, 16. There we go. That's player 516. I mean, 16 is smaller than 30, so modulo 30 is still 16. So player 516, that is 16, that is Sunshining. So congratulations, Sunshining. You're the last person now in
18.
these rolls that will get something for sure. That's rank 18. So now I will do 12 more rolls really quick.
Oh my god.
To get it. Shall I shall I just cut it short and not type everything and just do the rolls? Just these
No,
ones?
you can. No, it's fine. That's fine.
I mean, you tell me, because these ranks will most likely not get anything, or just some smaller item like an imbuer that is rolled over from someone who didn't pick up, right? We're not talking about checks here anymore for sure. Because I mean, we know one check for sure, it will be claimed by Sad but true. And honestly, I recognize a couple people here. I would say latest Ethereum will pick up the check, or Rifla will pick up the check. So the checks and the outfit will. I know for sure Uni will take the outfit, so that's gone. So the big items, they are gone for sure with the names I see in the list here. So we're talking about the smaller prices. Anyway, rank 19. Wait, private phone. Click it away really quick. Sorry about that. Okay, that's group 3. Player 91. Okay, group 3 has a max roll of 100. That's fine. Group size is 25. So 91 modulo 25. 26. Check. Okay, I get sorry 16. I get pestered by a private phone. Hold on really quick. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Can you hear me again? Hello, hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me again?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I had to quickly mute myself and because that caller just kept calling and so. Okay, 19 modulo 25, 16. Sorry, I was wrong. So 26, 16. So that's why I doubled. So that is player 3.16. Player 3.16. That's SSX. Oh, that's BBC alt.
That was rank 19.
Okay, so that was rank 19. Yes. So rank 20. Group 4. Oh, check again. Group 4 has a max roll of 90, so that's fine. Group size is 30. 86 modulo 30. 6. 6. Yes. So that is player 426. 426. That's Dornick. Rank 21. That's group 7. Player 46. Group size is 44. So 46 modulo 44. That's 2. That is player 7.2. 7.2. That's Mayata. '22. Four. 6. 3. Group 4 again. Group size is 30. So 6. 3. 30. That's 3. That is player 4.3. 3. That is Darm. 23. 7. 9. Okay. Check group 7. Group size is 44. So 39 modulo 44 still 39. So that's player 7, 39. 39. 7 is Rienze.
Nice. No.
Oh, most likely they will not get anything, but who knows? Okay, rank Group 9 again. And 4, so that is player. I don't have to even look it up because group 9 is for sure bigger than 4. That's player 9.4. 0.4, that is razors. Rank 25. Group 2. 43. Group size is 20. So 43 mod 23. So that is player 2.3. 2.3. That's Endymion. Rank 26. Group 9 again. Eight. Check. Yes, 54 is the group size, so 48 model 54 is still 48, so that's player 9.8. 8, that is Hengist. 27. Group 2. 52. Group 2 has group size 20, so 52 model of 20, that's 12. Player 212. 212, that is 12, that is Lera. 28. Group 8. Group 8. 54. Okay, group size is 49. So 64 mod 49. Yes, so that is layer 815.
Again?
Wait. I had in mind that we had this again.
Yeah, it's
That we had this
Chrisen.
before. Chrisen.
So we were just gonna discard if they'd already won, so we didn't like demote them. I think you just
Exactly.
have to
They are only
re-roll.
rank 9. So now comes the question: do I reroll the group or just the player?
I would say just the player, right? Because otherwise,
I think again. Otherwise, the groups that it's
yeah, because you've already chosen the group, right? It's just that the player in the group isn't valid. So
yeah. The question is what I mean. Of course, it's an unlikely scenario, but what if, for example, everyone in group 0 had won something already? I could reroll the group as many times as I want.
well,
Right?
yeah,
So
in that case, then you just re-roll the group because that group's not like even as soon as you got that group number, you would just re-roll the group number, right? Because no one can possibly win there. But in this
yeah,
case,
I just say
there's
it's something that is statistically debatable. What is the more fair approach here? How do you do the rerolls? I think you would have to, in order to be super fair, you would have to discard the entire roll, but I'm not exactly sure. And I think since you have such large groups and so few winners, it will not be
yeah, like
statistically
for right
relevant.
now, there's only 2 winners
Also,
in group 8.
also,
So
we're discussing about the
yeah,
super low ranks now that will likely not get anything. It would take a lot of people not to pick up their items for them to get the turn, right?
yeah.
So not much is at stake here. Otherwise, I think someone could debate it whether it should be rerolled both or just one. Anyway, let's reroll the player. Reroll player. 73. Okay. Check. So we are still on group 8, huh? 73,
Yeah.
model of 49. That is 30.
Therion.
No, I made a typo. I just realized it cannot be the modulo does not fit. 73. I accidentally typed 79 modulo 49. I mean, I see at first glance that the modulo cannot be 30 because the difference is by no means 30. So 24 is the right number. Sorry.
Oh,
So 24.
should be 24.
So
Lex?
it's player 8, 24. That is 8, 24. That's Nlex. All right, rank 29. Group 7. Okay.
You wrote the same number twice.
It's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
a
What
good
happened?
number. Group size is 44, so 37 modulo 44 is still the 37, so that is player 7, 37. 737. That's how to pronounce this? Lilia K, something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it's funny that the M bio is flanked by winners right now.
Sorry,
I
say
think
again?
I think it's funny that M bio is flanked by winners right now.
I didn't quite understand that. Sorry.
Well, so 737 and then 739 have both won, and Biohazard's like right in the middle at 738. So they're
Oh,
flanked. They're flanked by winners.
now I understand. Okay.
She's dodging prizes.
Right. She's in the sandwich here, right? Funny. Didn't see that. Okay, rank 30. Maybe it's still for MBio. Quite frankly, I'm not sure how many alts she has and if there's any Rifla alts out in the winner table. There's no rules about alts. I mean, I would have liked to make the event like I count only your DPS and not anything coming from buffs. I add up all your characters which belong to you, but
yeah, it's a little difficult.
the problem is the buffing I cannot determine on ACT.
Yeah.
So I have to leave it open. So if some people are doing it, I can as well say like, hey, guys, do it. It's legal because I cannot police it anyway. And when it comes to alts, of course, I could have made the rule that you can add up the alts, but there's two problems with it. One, how do I make sure someone is an alt and not just two players cooperating, right? I would have given unfair advantage to friends who I know they are alts for sure, but that would be unfair. Yeah, and because I have no way to check if a character is really alts or just some other player, I'm just like, okay, it goes by character.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's as fair as I can make it, basically. All right, let's roll. Group is 9 player, 28. So group 9 for sure that much player. Yes, 54. So that is player 928. That is 28. That is fancy. That's fancy end of the raffle rolls.
Yay!
Whew! Took us about 1 hour. I'm chattering between. Wow. All right. I hope everyone is happy that it has been done in a transparent and fair way, published, streamed live by Jimmy, so nobody can challenge it. Actually, I would say if some serious mistake has been made, I would say because this has all gone a little bit fast, let's give a 24-hour period for people to speak up if they noticed some flaw, like I did a miscalculation in a role, assigning it to the wrong name, right? If you find some mistake like that in the chat protocol, actually I can, do I have the whole protocol? Oh no, I lost many of the roles.
I have the whole chat log.
Okay, cool. Can you send it to me later, just for reference? Because in my chat box it already got clipped, so I'm at rank 6. I just have rank 6 through 1, and then the rerolls of the lower ranks. There's something between. Yeah, so if I don't hear anything by tomorrow this time, I would assume that everything has been correct, no mistakes made with the model operation, and it will be official. I will publish it. You know what? I will publish it right now, and just making a statement that it's still to be confirmed. And tomorrow I will make it an official, and Womher, then you will get the list of all names. And I'm so happy that Sad but True is getting that check. So now we can say everyone who stayed for 24 hours got a check one way or the other. That's a really nice outcome. And one check, to Alice Power, probably. Or Hardly Grim if Alice wants to take. I know the outfit is already taken by Uni, so yeah, probably Alice Power will take the check. And if not, then it would be for Hardly Grim. So cool. Thank you very much for attending. Are there any questions in general regarding the event, or anything people ask in the chat? I didn't follow the stream and what people might have asked chat. I thought if there's something important, Jimmy, that you would relay it to me.
Yeah. No, there's
chat at the same time.
No, when's the next one?
Okay, Rifla writes, none of my olds won, for your information. Okay.
Yeah.
But Rifla got rank 10, so I think one character is good enough, right? What do you have here? Just reading up the chat now to see if I missed anything important.
So yeah, I was planning to at least try and show up a little bit. I wasn't able to, unfortunately. There's family stuff, holidays and whatnot. So I don't think I was in the game at all. So I have, I guess, questions. I mean, obviously from the pictures, looks like some devs were playing with you guys. That's super cool. So from your perspective, how did it go? Like, was there any like summoning issues, kill time issues? Did you have dead spots?
Yeah, no. I mean, from my perspective, I would say it was a ball. It really went very smooth from a technical perspective. I didn't have any crashes on my end, didn't have any disconnects on my end. I mean, I was prepared, as I stated during the event. I was prepared with backups, like having 3 power supplies, 2 computers, 2 separate internet connections, 2 accounts. So everything was there twice except me. So if I fall dead, that's it. But everything else was backed up. But I didn't need to have any fallback. Yes.
Did you pass out at any point during the?
No. And actually, there we come to one of the points that caused a little bit friction. I unfortunately did make a mistake in the formulation of the event rules. So what I did mean to write is, or the way I did mean to set up this event is, first of all, when I announced it, I did not know yet there will be checks in the pot. So I was actually, the longer I didn't hear from Funcom, the more I started to live with the idea that there will be like roughly 3 million MOFs in the prize pot. But let's be honest, I mean, even the chance of winning 100 or 200 fragments, that does not make an ESM player stay up for 24 hours. So I assumed it's not like the really big thing. But in any way, the way I meant it to be is, there's 2 challenges. There's the challenge for the community as a whole to kill 300 in 24 hours, because we did it accidentally kind of on December 2nd to kill 100 in 8 hours. And that's just because I made this silly announcement that we keep going while the kill time is below 230, and it just kept going and going. So that was like, okay, community, if you have the spirit to do this for 8 hours, can you have it for 24 hours? Okay.
Sure,
And of
sure.
course, I take 3 times the number. That should be technically possible if the commitment is there, right? So that's where this number comes from. And I did some math, by the way. I figured that. Uh, Careful, you're looking out again.
Yeah, I got it.
um, so I did some math and was like, okay, if a lot of high DPS is there, 400 is well even in the range of possible. Technically, I mean, theoretically, you could even go to like 500. But that, of course, would take a full raid of these 17 players, 24 hours. That's not going to happen for sure. But just technically, it's more than possible to have 300 24 hours. So it was I would say it was a fair challenge to the community. Well doable, but it needs some effort, obviously. So that was the challenge for the community, the 300. And the challenge for me, do this for 24 hours straight, as much as humanly possible for me. Okay, I understand that it's not humanly possible for everyone, but the idea was everyone can take break whenever they want because,
Sure.
I mean, you're DPS, you just step out for a few fights and you need half an hour lunch, half an hour dinner, no problem. You stay out half an hour. And actually, you still have a good chance to win the overall prize because others, they have to go to the toilet too, they have to eat too. So who is the nerd who's staying there for 24 hours? I had no idea when I made the event rules how invested people could become to really not miss out a single fight. And so that caused some friction because the way I phrased the breaks was it gave them sort of an expectation that every 8 hours there might be a bit longer break. While this was really purely intended for me, if I need a nap, because I know my physical condition, it just sometimes is like I would start to doze off for a few seconds. This is actually a bit dangerous when you're tanking because you get hit. You don't use cooldowns or anything, right? And of course, eventually you might sleep entirely. So it's better to just call it a break, have the alarm clock set to 15 minutes, have a power nap, and then I'm fresh again for the next few hours. And that was the intention behind these 20-minute breaks. If I need them, I do them spontaneously whenever I need them. But I have raised it very unfortunately, so then it caused some disturbance in the chat. Some wanted the break, some were like, no, let's keep going. So I resorted to like, okay, I made a mistake. Event rules are unclear. Let's have a vote, and so people voted for this break. So that was the point where was not going so well. And yeah, there was one occasion where we had a bit an incident with people just running in, and at some point there was a boss I couldn't rescue anymore. It was just a royal mess already on the battlefield, so I decided to stay up there until the boss. I would assume the boss would just quickly kill everyone, but that's not what happened because they were kiting him around and stuff, and so people were ignoring what I said. So we ended up getting deserted for staying up there too long. So we had another enforced 10-minute breaks.
Oh, that's what happened with the
And then
deserter one. I read a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
about that.
Yeah. So that's that. I mean, I got the deserter. Some other people got it. So I was like, all right. I mean, obviously, you will not miss out the fight because you cooperated and stayed on top, right? So I'm not gonna log another character to keep going.
Yeah.
So we had this 10-minute enforcement. So that was the two friction points, and that was really it. That was really it. So these two little hiccups. Okay. So basically, yeah, half an hour of lost summon time, roughly. I think we could have made it 360 otherwise. Now we are at 354. I mean, still good enough. Well over the challenge that we set out. So I was super happy that we could celebrate the 300th kill already, like 4.5 hours before the event.
Yeah, nice.
So everything after that was really the bonus for those who compete for the overall prize. Some were actually crying at me, please, we made the 300, let's stop here. I was like, nope. Only the community won the challenge. I still have to win my challenge, and that's the 24 hours. And so, yeah, I was totally happy in the end that it went so well, really. And the feedback I got from the community was overwhelmingly positive. So thank you all very much for being there, for cooperating, and for giving me that nice feedback. It's really appreciated. It makes me going. There's someone asking where's the next one. Well, I can tell you for sure one of the players who was in summon for a very long time. She said that's not gonna happen again for her. And quite frankly, he would have to beat me to it to do this again. He would have to beat me to it. I'm the person who's like never say never. But
Sure.
honestly, if I would do this again, I would have to do some discussions with some people how we should do it. Should we really go it the way I intended it originally? Going it really like the nerdy thing, and if you don't want to miss out a fight, you have the microwave next to your desk. You have sandwiches, whatever. You shit in a bucket, or do we do we have
The
breaks like
old poop sock. Yes.
do we have like 20-minute breaks every 8 hours or so? Or what do we do, right? How do we do the setup? Plus, honestly, we would need Funcom in this much bigger because, of course, I'm so super happy that we had Funcom in this at all. I mean, 6 checks, that's something, right? And that's something people fighted
Yeah,
for.
yeah, for sure.
But also the feedback I got from many of my E17 friends, they stayed away because there was not a high enough chance for them to win check. So for them, there was a too high chance. They said they stayed 24 hours. It will be a very close call in the top group. That's what we saw now in this ranking.
Yeah, yeah.
It was really a difference by minutes. It was a little bit clearer in DPS, but not a whole lot actually.
I mean,
So
I could be wrong, but you said you had 6. That that might be the most Jack Boons given out on a single event, I think.
really, I mean, there has been Funcom hosted events in the past, like these
Yeah, but I think
what
they
was
were
it,
like
treasury hunts. I won my check in the treasury hunt.
Yours is the most jacks given out for a player run event.
for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Well, maybe. Okay, so hold on. Let me think about this. Bummer. Even the hunt ones, right? Were those given to like? Did everyone in the group that won get one or something? Because maybe that's the
Everyone in
difference.
the group, but they're not all groups that won were 5 people. Some of them were 1, some of them were 3, some
Right,
one was
right.
5. There was more, but that was also run by Funcom. It was an official Funcom event.
I just remember like I remember some other event where like I don't know like there was like 2 boons given out or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely the most. Like Vama said,
Yeah,
that's the most given out for a player run event for sure.
yeah, but you might also have to consider. I'm not sure what the other events were, but if it's like 1 hour Shambhala event or something similar, like
No,
you roughly put 1 hour effort in it, or 2 hour effort, it's a different size than if you stay for 24
sure,
hours,
sure.
right?
Well, I
And
think also a lot of the other ones are more creative ones too, like which not everyone is gonna be have like the same skill set necessarily, right? Like
yeah,
if it's like an art competition or a writing competition or
right,
something, right? Like there's different events that have happened in the past that
right,
even
right.
if you wanted the reward, you might not be it just not might not be your wheelhouse, you know?
Yeah. So I mean, what we asked Funcom was 15. We told them please make it a multiple of 3 because we have 3 categories: the damage, the fight time, and the raffle.
Uh-huh.
And we said we hope for 15, so we have 5 in each category, so we could amply reward those that stay 24 hours. Basically, there would be 10 checks in them for them in the pot, right? Plus 5 for the raffle. But yeah, Funcom gave us 6, and of course we appreciate
Yeah, you
whatever
take what
we
you
get
can
from
get for
Funcom,
sure.
obviously. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very, very grateful and happy that we get it from Funcom. But still, my E17 friends, they were not so happy that it's only 2 for them in the high DPS category. And I think more of them would have joined if we had more checks in that pot. So I think there could even be some rule like, you know what, if you join for at least 23 hours, you'll get this
That's
check.
kind of so. That's kind of how I would have done it. Now, I will say there's always going to be people that be like, well, if I'm not guaranteed something, I'm not going to do it. And to which I say, well, then
Yeah.
you're not going to get one, right? That's just not going. That's not how they give those things out. Like, you're going to go be mad about it or whatever. But like, You're not going to be guaranteed one pretty much ever, so you're gonna have to get over that, I guess, or you're just
Yeah,
not
so
gonna
there,
get one.
there still needs to
But
be a
I
limited
I
amount.
would have, yeah, I probably would have tried to be like, hey, can we get like one or two for this category and that category, and then like everyone that does a full 24 hours, uh, you know what I mean? And then if you can get them to agree to that, then maybe it's 3 people and maybe it's 15 people, right? As long as
Yeah,
you
I
can show they
also
were there the whole time, I
I
think that would be something to shoot for. I'm not sure you could get them to agree to it if it were to happen again, but that's what I would go for. Is instead of being a static pool, being like, hey, what do you guys think about, um, for this crazy thing? If someone does it, they should just get it, and then go like
yeah,
see
I
if
mean
they would sign off
in
on
fun
that.
exactly. So if Funcom is happy with that, if they're like, okay, if you're committed to this 24 hours, you reach the cap in the fight time, you get check for sure. That's one idea. The other would be like, okay, um, if you stay 24 hours, you would have to nail the chances. You have like an 75% chance for the check. So if there's let's say 20 players that stay for 24 hours, 15 of them will be randomly rolled check, for example, something like this. So it will still be a lottery, but you have a much bigger chance if you stay for 24 hours, right? And also there would be more checks as more people join. And of course, if Funcom is like, no, we're not making a flexible amount, it's just a fixed amount, then I would consider the possibility that I'm like, okay, look, I have the total fight time on tank at so many hours. If you're above 90% of this fight time, which means you're basically there for more than 22 hours, uh, then you're in the pool, and we will just pull up everyone on the top and then assign by random
Yeah.
however many checks we get. Something like that I could imagine for a follow-up event. Do you
And
think that's
you're inevitably also going to get the complaint that like, um, the people are unfairly barred because they can't spend 24 hours in a row or something, right?
well?
Like
I
someone's
mean that's
always going to
life. Sorry.
complain.
You will always get a blame. Oh, it's on the wrong date or whatever. You can't
Yeah.
help it. I
No,
mean,
you can't.
the event is not supposed to be easy. Uh, it's supposed to be a nerd event if you really want to go for the top rank. And that was still, I mean, this raffle thing. Honestly, it was a very good idea, Wommer. So thank you very much again. And I think we should give her the credits for that. That was entirely her idea. This raffle. It wouldn't have happened without her.
Hashtag
Uh,
blame Bomber.
yes.
Thank you.
And I mean, that was not the only input. She gave many other good inputs and things that I had to consider, like what if, what then, during the
Yeah.
event. Many of them did not happen. For example, I prepared a script for a case that never happened. We never had a platform that was so crowded that we had a problem there. We were thinking about policing it, like that people take turns, but it would have been so much effort also with helpers and stuff. So I decided just to prepare a script for people who are not committed to the full 24 hours, that they stay in the second row. So those that are committed to not miss a single fight, that they can get in. Um, but it was not needed.
Mental.
It was like maximum like 3-4 people who
How's it
were
going,
left
man?
out sometimes, and those that were committed, they were eager to click quick, so they made it in all the time, from what I know. So yeah, so that was an eventuality that I had to consider, and there were a couple other things. So um, anyway,
Okay. I have.
the raffle.
Hopefully, it
Oh
didn't
yeah,
happen.
sorry. One small addition to the raffle.
Sure, sure.
I excluded actually 2 people from kind of trying to exploit it. Uh, I saw on my parse like 1 second fights. I mean, like 1 second total fight time. I was like, dude, really? And it was. I checked then in the log. It was actually during the most busy hours when the fight deck was full. So not everyone could get in. There's people who just go in there, camp the fight deck. Wait until the boss is almost dead, get one shot off, loot the chest, and go out. And they think they are in the raffle for a boon. I'm like, no. I mean, we were so generous. We were so generous to allow it to be in the raffle with just one fight. So don't test the limits, please. It was only 2 people that we had to exclude this way, but it just made me aware. Maybe we should make some minimum limit, because there were like more than 100 people who just joined one fight, and maybe because we discussed it, like having a fight time limit, like you have to be there at least 5 minutes or whatever. The problem is we cannot easily communicate to people when it's enough, because the fight time can vary depending on how much DPS we have. A boss can go down in 40 seconds or 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't make it in there from the start, maybe, if you're not in the summon group and lacking. I mean, we always waited for everyone else, but still you might lag behind a bit, so you don't get the whole fight if you join in later. So how do you know that you have accumulated your 5 minutes? So it's kind of a rough guess. And we, Bomber and I, decided just not take this trouble and just make it like, yeah, if you show up on the ACT with one fight, you're in. I did not expect this 1-second exploits, so that has been taken
Well, I
care
mean,
of.
that's a clear edge case, and I think anyone doing that
nobody
deserves to not
honestly-
be there.
Honestly, nobody, I think, would have understood if I give away a check to someone who did that. So, and that was the horror scenario for me, and that's why I had to take them out of the.
Yeah.
So I would make a clearer rule. I would still set the low limit, but I would be like, okay, can you make it 3 minutes? That's roughly. I mean, if you have 5 boss fights, you should be in. If you want to be on the safe side, do 10, and you'll surely be in. And yeah, then the raffle list would be smaller, and so you have a higher chance to actually win something, right?
Yeah.
And there should be a good amount of checks also in that pot. So I think that would be a feasible way to. Writes in the local chat, sounds like people who bring multiple characters in at once. Yeah, that might actually also be Olivia. That was an alt of someone. But in that case, I did not make anything. I did not do any wrong to them, because their main character would still be in the raffle. I don't know whose alts it would have been, right? And by the way, I also heard reports about people observed it much more often, that other characters have been camping and not shooting at all. Now, in that case, I have to say, there's not even anything I can do about it. They do not show up on my ACT. I don't even know that they are there. So there's no way they can be in the raffle, even if I wanted them, right?
Right.
Sorry about that, guys. You have to actually fight the boss to be in the raffle. Yeah. I will state this maybe more clearly if I come up with a follow-up event. Have this clearly said in the event rules, so everyone is aware of it. Yeah, so that's improvements we can make.
In the whole 24-hour time, did anyone accidentally rip a boss from you?
You mean taunt or?
Yeah.
No, it did not happen. I also had something prepared for that case. Honestly, I did not want to have it in the rules too prominently, because I do not want to invite trolls, give them ideas. It happened once in the 100 run, so I was aware that this might happen. I have to take care of it. I did have a script in place to clearly tell people it's not allowed, and that there will be consequences for those who keep doing it. But no, it has not happened, thankfully. So, yep.
Yeah, I also, just to be clear, I didn't necessarily mean intentionally, although I suppose that is something someone could do to troll. I mean, like, I did Mega Boss, I don't remember, some random time at night, right? Like, super late my time, which is, like, usually pretty dead.
Yeah.
And I just had someone, like, in the group, because whoever just showed up on the summoning platform I invited, right? and they kept dying, and they just didn't know what they were doing, right? They had a they were using a Vulsion just like randomly.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know what it did.
Yeah. No, I understand. And that's why I was not like first time kicks you out. It was really like, if you do it, I will talk to you and explain you that you please switch out this ability. I understand there might be new players who are not aware of what they're doing. I had actually in other content happened such things before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was regionals or something where this actually happened. Someone taunted the regional boss. The same effect, of course.
Yeah, they just
So I
die.
was aware. I was aware, but we have to give people the benefit of the doubt. But if you do it repeatedly against instructions, then it's obvious that you're trolling. There will be
Yeah.
consequences. But anyway, no, it did not happen.
Well, that's good.
So that's plus, yeah. What did happen is I did actually lose aggro occasionally, and so some of the top DPS got killed. Because I was running a little bit lazy builds because doing this 24 hours I was not going exactly the highest aggro build, but was going on the safe side as much as possible. So it took a bit of tuning to find out how much DPS agents I need and extra taunts or whatever. And so I did give them credit, like if they get killed, they need to run back. So I count that 20 seconds. But in the end, I did not actually have to add it to the final figures because everyone in the top group got killed twice. So it balances out. Well,
Nice.
that's pretty funny, yeah. But for that, I would also make an official rule next time, because I was like, if I make a mistake, nobody shall be punished. There was also one fight after the 300 that I messed up, because after 300, many people left, and we got back to Paduri, and she is a pain for the tank, really a pain. And so, yeah, I realized I really need a healer. So I I had the derp there. I was out of healing potions when I needed the one, and so that fight was messed up, and so I did not count that one either. So my mistakes shall not influence the chances of anyone. And that I
Gotcha.
will clearly post this to the rules beforehand also. So that's minor adjustments you have to make during the raid when you see how invested people are, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other questions, suggestions, ideas?
I don't see any. Although people are free to ask. There's plenty of people hanging out.
See, I didn't follow the chat now all the time. I think there are no new questions in the chat that are being. Well, I mean, if everyone's happy, close the session here. So thank you again very much, Jimmy, for hosting me.
Yeah.
It was pretty stupid how I wanted to do this initially. It completely slipped off my mind that the role is not publicly visible.
I literally just learned like a week or two ago, because I'm the randomizer playthrough I've been doing. I tried to do a slash roll to decide if I was gonna pick up the gift or not, right? In the story. And I couldn't do it. Because you can't roll because I wasn't in a group. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So
the one for the wings in the story.
Yeah. So I was like, see you, Mento. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, right. So anyway, luckily we could fix this. So
yeah. So like the things I just learned after thousands and thousands of hours of playing the game is, roll just doesn't fucking show up and do anything unless you're in a group. Yeah. Okay.
No, I was really being stupid because I remembered that I realized this one time before that it's only within raid or group, and then I really completely forgot about it when I made the event setup. You also have to understand this whole event was set up in a very high time pressure because, I mean, the idea was born just on December 2nd, and so the winter event was already incoming, and so there
Yeah.
was not much preparation time. I wanted to have this announcement out really early. There was not much time to communicate to Funcom, so it was really, yeah, an open question whether we get the response in time for the event.
Yeah.
So next event will certainly be prepared much longer ahead if we want to do such a thing again. So yeah, whoever is listening here, you want to have this again, let me know. Send me some message, maybe an in-game mail or Discord if you have my Discord account. Like I said, I would have to be beaten to it. I don't have an intrinsic motivation for myself to do it. I did have this motivation for this event because I've just never done such a crazy thing before, and I didn't hear anything such crazy happening before in Secret World. So I think it's
I do a 24-hour or more event like once a year for the charity game day. But I haven't done community events. It's usually just me doing something.
Okay. But there's nobody from the community joining you 24 hours.
Not usually for the whole thing. People do tend to like come and hang out. There was the year. I have a character, by the way, still that has a buff on them that no one else in the game has, called Jimmy Mode. And it does a bunch of things, but it's something Nervell coded up.
Wow.
It will randomly change your controls, kind of like Nightmare in the Dreamscape does.
Oh, that's nasty.
but it's actually worse. Like sometimes it'll just be like only your left key works, but it makes you go backwards. like it's actually way worse than the normal one. And then additionally, it does some other stuff. Like it'll sometimes just spawn like leets around you, or like it'll spawn one of the bosses from like one of the champion bosses. I was doing Last Train to Cairo in that run. I'm in the train and it fucking spawned a werewolf. It started. I had the werewolf from Dark Agartha, and it did Pained Howl.
There's no way to do the achievement. I take it there's no way to do the train achievement on this buff, right?
I don't remember if I did or not. Probably not. But on that, so that one was a 24-hour run, and I think I maybe had made it a couple hours before Nervell showed up and put that buff on my character, and it was on for like the entire rest of the run, because it was new character from beginning to end of the story is what I did in one stream for charity. And Nervell was there like most of the time. Like he was actually hanging out in the stream most of that run. And then this last year I did Anarchy Online, Age of Conan, and Secret World. Okay. Like all the Funcom MMOs. And I hadn't played the other two before. And there's some people that hung out for those. The other Funcom games as well as Secret World. I would say the worst one was the charity one where I played Secret World on a treadmill for the whole time.
Wow.
So it ended up being a 29-hour stream. 24 hours of it were on the treadmill. So I had roughly 5 hours in breaks across the whole thing, I guess, technically. That physically hurt. That was...
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that
was pretty
serious condition.
By the end of it, I felt like I was walking on two peg legs. Like they were just sticks. But it was super fun. Like that was a new character from the beginning all the way to like end of New Dawn, in one go. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe next year I could do something more involving the rest of the community. Usually it's just a personal challenge for me of some kind, but
yeah. Well, as you see, there's the potential that some people, if there's enough in the prize pot,
yeah, right.
Some people will pick up the challenge. I had really no idea how many E17 players would show up and how many of them would stay for the full time. So yeah,
it's not a bad idea. It might I might also like to combine it with to combine something like that with the charity thing might also help drive more for the charity, you know, because there's be more people hanging around. So that could be, because usually it's for I don't know if you've heard of it, like Extra Life Game Day. There's like Secret World shirts in the game.
I did hear about it. Agnicio was advertising it. Shame on me, I have never been part of it yet.
Yeah, it's like for children's hospitals. But I've been doing that well since TSW. I think I did it like 2 years in TSW, so maybe I've been doing that for like 8 years or something, I think.
Wow.
But yeah, they always have the Extra Life charity like game day where you're supposed to like do like a 24-hour thing. And they always do it on the time change, at least in the US. I think it's different on EU, but the day they picked to do it is on the time change day. So technically, you do like an extra hour because the clock goes back an hour. Those bastards.
Honestly, I was pretty done after 24 hours. I mean, the first 16 hours was really okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, during the night, you start to get tired. And actually, yeah, that's also why I wanted to avoid breaks then, because I was afraid I would just fall into deep sleep.
You just not wake up. I think that happened. I'm going to throw him under the bus here. I think that happened to Drenith a couple years back. He did a 24-hour Shambhala thing. Oh. And I think he just fell asleep on his keyboard, like towards the end of it.
Easily happen. And I just realized this momentum of the event keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also surprised how many calories I would burn on that day. My brain really needed extra food, so I was eating sandwiches all day. And by midnight, I could not eat sandwiches anymore. My stomach just rebelled and said it's full, it's enough. But still, it felt like I'm hungry. So like the sugar level in the blood is too low. So at midnight, I was just going to the kitchen, grabbing the glucose powder, and I was just eating spoonfuls of pure glucose to get energy to my brain to survive the night.
You know what I was going to say is funny is like normally, because I've done a lot of, like one 24-hour stream a year for years now, right? So what's funny is the stream where I was the least sleepy was the treadmill stream.
I would assume because it
because you're moving.
You're moving. Yeah.
I was wearing a heart rate monitor like on my arm, like an armband, and I had it like linked up to the stream. It was showing my heart rate. I don't think it dropped below 90 the entire time. Like so I was literally just awake because of my heart rate was up.
I mean, I wasn't doing any sports in the past month because of Corona. Actually, that was a bit hard condition on top for my challenge because I was still recovering from COVID, still coughing. Now I'm the first couple days more or less symptom free. So that didn't make it easier actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And next month I will not do sports for sure because I'm still kind of recovering. But I also do cardio, and my heartbeat easily goes to 130 when I do really a workout. So
yeah,
I would imagine that you never drop below 90 in such a case, and that's really strenuous on your body. I mean, that's really low, like running a marathon, something similar.
Yeah, and it's I think it was like, I forget exactly what hour it was in the run, but at some point in that run the charity goal was hit, and so I did Cost of Magic using my electric guitar as a controller while walking on the treadmill. So so I was walking while playing guitar to do Cost of Magic. That was
okay, so you have some fancy ideas there.
Yeah. And I was just lucky I didn't kill myself doing that one.
Note to myself, if I need any fancy additions to my events, ask Jimmy.
Yeah, I got some interesting ones. I still actually want to get back to the treadmill streams. Before that, it's not like I just jumped on a treadmill and did a 24-hour treadmill stream. Like, I had been doing all my Secret World streams on the treadmill for like a couple of months before that. Just like, like say like 3 hours a night or something. So like,
practicing.
I did kind of build up to it.
Yeah. You need a condition.
But at some point, early the next year, I was still doing my treadmill streams, and I flipped off the side and just screwed up my knee really bad. And I haven't done them since that.
Ouch, yeah.
I blame Bomber. I don't remember what was happening, but I just remember that Bomber was in the chat. I was like, "Oh my god!" Because I just slipped off the side and twisted my leg really bad. But yeah, dude, amazing event. Super cool idea. Also, really awesome to see, just from an outside perspective, right? People are always like, "Oh, is the game dead?" I mean, clearly not. If there's enough community to sustain a 24-hour Megaboss event, I'd say doing pretty decently.
I would say so. Yes, that was a nice surprise. I mean, I did see. I mean, you see it on the raffle sheet. I did see roughly 330 characters on ACT. Yeah, let's call it something between the 320 and 330. I'm not sure how many is individual players, like different people, because I know some brought like 10 or more alts, but I would assume that the majority doesn't have so many alts. But for sure there's a couple alts in there, so
sure.
I don't know, maybe I would say at least 200 people that were part of it.
I'd probably say even more. Like, I have
maybe even 250. Yeah.
I have tons of alts, but I don't do things like this with them, if that makes sense. I know some people do. But
I mean, I don't know all the Riffle alts, so it's just new information that he
right.
here that he was joining on so many alts. I saw someone else that I know who had.
There's a couple alt names I recognize. I don't even know Riffle's alt names.
Names that I recognized. Maybe that person has more secret alts that I don't know. There was actually one person bringing an alt for the first fight, and I told that person, "Hey, you're aware, if you're going for the main prize, that this might not be a good idea," and she was doing it anyway. It did not change anything in the item payout, but it changed something in the top ranks. I'm not giving more information here, but the top ranks would actually have been different if nobody joined on alts there.
Right.
So, yeah, quite an irony. But anyway, it didn't change anything in terms of the rewards. It still worked out for them.
Gotcha. Because you were ranking like what, like fight time and DPS?
Yes, well, not DPS, but total damage. That's
total damage.
DPS is damage per second. I didn't care about that number at all. Obviously, right. If you have a high DPS, you can accumulate more damage in a shorter time, right?
Sure.
So even Xiaoxinon, who quit the event after I think it was like 19 hours or so, he was actually determined to stay for the whole event, and then he just couldn't take it anymore. That there was some technical issues, and so he gave up on it. He stayed on the very top also for the damage because his DPS was so great that nobody
nobody ever took it.
In the last like 5 hours, right?
Right.
So yeah, you have an advantage, of course, but I would still have assumed that more lower DPS players would heavily challenge the fight time. It turned out there's just one, Zatpatru, who has quite a bit lower DPS than the top group, but he was as committed as them to not miss out a fight, and so he made it to the very top in the ranks. Unfortunately, it was just not quite enough. Even though I did everything humanly possible to not give an advantage to the summoners. He was also in summon quite a long time, just I think not quite as long as most of the other summoners. So that's why I'm also very happy that he's getting a check.
Yeah,
that check was really well deserved. He was very committed to it. Yeah.
No, but I see what you're saying though. So like, if someone goes on an alt, right, and they're playing on that alt instead of their main, then they're essentially driving down their mains like
Yes.
total damage
Yes.
and total fight time.
Yes. So you basically have to make a call. What are you aiming for? Are you aiming for a top rank? In that case, join on one character only. Are you trying to get as much as possible raffle chance? Of course, and that's just in the nature of the setup and what I can control in the game.
Or maybe they just wanted to level signets on that all like.
Yeah, that was one of the issues. Now here's the deal. You can join on an alt where you level signets, and say the check goes to the main character. The problem is they would lower their chance by only fighting for fight time, but not for the top DPS, because they will not do peak DPS on their own, right?
Yeah.
So that's an issue we might have to look at for a future event, so people can join on any character without compromising their chances too much. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to maximize your raffle chance,
but I think I don't know if you have to do anything about that. As long as it's clear like what the conditions are, then they can just choose, I guess, right? Like,
of course. I mean, if you don't like the rules, you don't join the event. But I want people.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean that way. I just meant that like they're making an active choice. Do I want to go on my main and just drive up this chance, or do I want to go on my alt and then
right.
I have a technically 2 more shots, but they're lower. But at least I'm leveling my signet. Like that's just a call you can make as the player.
But here's the thing, and that's really what I did not take into account enough, because the event was so short-term prepared. I'm putting people into a dilemma.
Yeah.
And I do not want to put them in that.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Possible, or at least reduce a lot the impact of the dilemma. So the amount of checks that you are basically resigning from the start are not as high if you join on an alt and still 24 hours and still on a fairly high DPS, that it would not impact so much. Also, we might consider having some concept of people are registering with the character.
Yeah, I was gonna say signing up
and I would have to manually verify somehow. I don't know, and that of course would be helpful if Funcom would assist with that. That I can submit lists of names to Funcom and they would confirm, yep, it's the same account. So the rule would be you can with any character from the same account, and I would add up the numbers. That would be, I have to say, it would be a hell lot of work for me in the end to add up all these numbers. But if the event is going to really be a big thing, I think I could do that.
Some people have multiple accounts.
Yeah, say some people have multiple accounts.
How do you police that though? Now that's getting really difficult also for Funcom. How do they know that?
Well, no, they wouldn't be able to. That's kind of the point, because it's a little bit of a gray area whether you should even have multiple accounts.
At some point, you have to draw a line, right?
Yeah.
Because I do not want to open it up for exploiting. Like people are grouping up. Like, okay, you play the first 8 hours, then I play 8, and you play 8 again, and so that would.
So okay, well hold on. What if? So let's run that to logical conclusion. So the concern is, what if like 3 people sign up and pretend to be each other's alts, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So is that really a concern though? Like, so let's say that happened and they win, the prize has to go to one of the characters, right?
You would be surprised how some people have supporters that might actually do that for them.
Well, okay, but I'm saying like the prize still goes to one.
You may even pay them or something. You're like, okay, if you win check, I get the check, you get the million MOF from me, something like that. And I don't want such shady deals to happen.
Sure. So, I mean, to be well, yeah. Could that happen anyways?
As far as the event is concerned, and kill as many bosses as possible, of course, it would not hurt the event in that sense.
Yeah.
The problem is, I want to make it a fair challenge for everyone who is participating. So the one who is committed 24 hours and is actually doing that, which is really kind of a biological achievement, right?
Well, I would think that at least in that case, and maybe that could be like its own category of prize or something.
Yeah, we might think about that. but
Where like if you're going for the 24-hour single person, it's also single character, right? Like just that's the deal. That is what you're competing. You're competing in that specific category of one character, one person.
like I said,
endurance achievement.
I would make the compromise that you can have different characters from the same account.
Yeah, because it's verifiable, I guess.
Yeah, because that is verifiable if Funcom is on board. And I think that would already take out part of the dilemma. Of course, the much bigger dilemma is really the signet distills must go to a character that does not provide peak DPS. That's the main message, and that has to be tackled somehow for the next event. If we do this again.
Say that last part again. The signet what?
The signet distills, they go to they should go to the character, which is not your highest DPS character, because it's an alt that you're still leveling, right? So it's still not peak DPS. So you're
slowing down the
dilemma, which you don't even see. These people, the complaint mostly wasn't about, oh, I cannot bring different characters. The complaint was mostly about, I would like to join the 24 hours with my alt, who is still doing decent DPS, just not quite a peak DPS. They would like to join with that alt, but then they're only competing for fight time, not for the highest damage. So in order to maximize chances, you have to take your main character that is full on signets, and you're just leveling some random signet that you will never use seriously, just to get it done. And get this check, and that's a bit of pity that you cannot transfer the distill backs at least. So yeah, we have to find a solution for that dilemma to make it enjoyable for people who have several high DPS alts, but only one of them outstanding can join on another one. Yeah, I mean, for the first time doing this event, I mean, you cannot make it perfect the first time and doing it for everyone right. I think we found a good balance.
Yeah, I mean, just from, again, not being part of it, but just observing the outside of it, I think you did really well. And honestly, I think any issues are mostly people's own issues, and you're never going to be able to solve all of them. Like, yes, maybe you can mitigate.
I was also a bit like, if everyone is yelling at you about the rules, then you probably did something right.
Yeah, like there's only so much you can do, like, because honestly, if you bend too much one way, you're probably kind of screwing over the person that is like carrying the fight. Like they stayed on their main character that did the most DPS. They didn't need the signets on, but they did it to help speed up the fight. So like, at what point are you punishing them by allowing people like flexing even more to bend over backwards to be like, okay, well, if you bring your alt, like it still counts, etc., right? So
we have to find a new compromise, of course, that is not compromising the overall goal of the event. I mean, we also would have to come up with a new overall goal, of course. Like, what should we give a new number? Like, should we say like we want to make it 400, or what should the challenge be? Also, for me, the 24-hour challenge is not actually a challenge anymore. It's just kind of the confirmation I can do it again. But so the whole setup would be a little bit different, right? And we would have to discuss how it should all be.
You go 30 hours, and you do.
Sorry, start again.
You go 30 hours, and you do like 500, but only the ghosts.
What I was actually thinking about was a crazy idea, and I think we're not going to make it happen. I mean, I would have the essences for it. I still have more than 1,000 of these essences locked away in a Cabal bank. So I was thinking about the idea, making it a community event, making it 1,000. So we would really announce Mega Boss Summon 1 of 1,000. And we just keep this going for like 4 days, roughly, probably. Non-stop, but of course alternating the tank. We would need like 3 shifts then, like having 3 tanks, and they rotate every 8 hours. And of course, we would also all have to save our combat logs and then merge it together in the end somehow. I'm not sure if my ACT will explode. It was already for the 24 hours. It was already a 330 megabyte text file in the end, the combat log that I had to process through my ACT. Actually,
Nice.
Windows said program is unresponsive. Do you want to close it? I was like, no. Let's just do it.
Just let
Let's
it
do
keep going.
the work. It's getting there. And it spit out this huge HTML in the end that was like 15 pages long. So I was copying it over to the spreadsheet, to consolidate the view and make it better downloadable. So this would, of course, this problem would be accentuated if you make it that long. Maybe I would have to process it with my own software that I come up with. I have something similar already for NeoCrady 17 to parse the different phases. So those who are running with me know these special printouts. That's not from ACT. I don't even need to have ACT running. I just have the combat log that I parse with that. So maybe I have to come up with such a thing.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
it would be then really something that not everyone, sorry, that not anyone can attend for the full time. I mean, you're killing yourself if you don't sleep for like 72 hours, right? So that would be the idea, that you don't do that. But then my question was like, okay, what's the winning criteria then? How do we make sure we're not actually nudging people into killing themselves? Because I don't want to be responsible for someone sitting
Hey, you know,
for like 48 hours and then suffering.
it's kind of an achievement. IRL PvP kill.
Yeah, no. I mean, some responsibility needs to be there, right? So I was like, it's probably tricky. I'm not sure. It's just a vague idea. You might think a bit about it if it could become a thing and how we make it, but it must really be done in a way that there's no incentive for killing yourself. Maybe we would even make it like you have to have 8-hour breaks somewhere in between. If you don't do that, you're disqualified. Just something like that to make sure that nobody's trying to kill themselves.
I think the most I've done is 40 hours.
That's crazy.
But that's like not a stream. That's just like, you know, being up, and then you do like a marathon, and then after the marathon ends, like, you know what I mean? I think it was the treadmill one. After the 29 hours, right? Like, I was up before I started it, and then once you finish something like that, you can't go to sleep right away. Like, I don't know. You need like wind down time.
Yeah, I actually also needed that. So actually, my sleep before the event wasn't great.
Yeah.
I went to bed on time, but I could not sleep. I was probably just too excited about
yeah,
it.
exactly.
So I was just laying awake in the bed for 5 hours. I was like, no, I don't get up even if I can't sleep, because I know
you want the rest.
Be more rested even if I don't sleep. In deep sleep, my body is more rested if I just stay in the bed. And I got 2 hours of deep sleep eventually to the end. So I went basically to this event with 2 hours of deep sleep. I stayed 24 hours, obviously, and then it took me about 4 hours. I was actually doing the ACT right afterwards. I didn't want to re-import the whole file. I wanted to use the live ACT because it can have more accurate data from the plugin to get the parsers saved properly, everything. And yeah, I just did the whole aftermath of the event like for another 4 hours. So technically I was up 28 hours, roughly 29. But you know what? At that time, I really could feel something is going on in my head that is not healthy anymore. Like you hear like your heartbeat. That there's some kind of like a noise in your ear. How to say, a bit like waves from the sea, breaking waves from the sea. Some similar sound like that, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to fall dead sometime.
It's like, oh, I need to sleep.
I need to pass out for a few hours now. So yeah, no, definitely 30 hours is about the maximum I would want to go. That's what healthy.
But yeah, if you rotate people, it doesn't have to be quite so crazy, right? Like, you can do maybe personally, like, maybe less of a personal, like, endurance challenge, but just as an event challenge, like, if you keep the event going. The other thing I would say is
community do this. Yes.
The other thing I would say is probably I mean, this kind of worked. This kind of worked because it was like end of
just
year.
I just had an idea what we could do. We could make everyone sign up,
Mm-hmm.
and there's really full rates for the 8 hours. Well, maybe not the full rate. There can always be randoms joining, but we make like 3 groups, and the 3 groups are competing against each other. Something like that. Like who can summon more or something like that. So the group can win a small.
Oh, I see. When you rotate,
it's like 8-hour shift. It's like 8-hour shifts, and
yeah.
so maybe you could come up with something like this. Yeah.
The other thing I would, I mean, it depends like on people's schedules and availability, but like, I would also think ideally. Actually, I don't know. Let me say it. You tell me what you think. You think it's better that you ran it during the winter event, or do you think it'd be better to run it outside of an event?
That's a tough question, actually, that I asked.
Because there's pros and cons, right? Because
I know, because hourly boss and generally more lag in the system during
right.
the event time.
But there's more people usually logged in around an event.
Exactly.
So the question is,
that was my thinking. So when it was December 2nd, and shortly after this idea of the 24-hour run got born, I was like, okay, what's the next appropriate date for it? And I was like, you know what? Let's make it a weekend.
Yeah.
And let's make it during the winter event. And so I figured the day before New Year's Eve is the perfect day, because people are still not at the New Year Eve party, but they would be during the winter holiday.
Yeah.
So and Saturday. So even if you're working between Christmas and New Year, it's still a Saturday, so you can join it. And it's most activity during the winter time, and also of course during the anniversary in the summertime there's more activity. So those two are the main time frames where I see this game most alive. Where I also see more than one Agartha instance. I never saw for years now 2 Agartha instances outside event. It just happens during event. So that just tells me the general population is higher. And
I see them, but
so
I've seen multiple even outside events, but you're just less likely to get in them because you tend to stay. Like if you were in an alternate one, you kind of tend to stay there. So like, I'll log in an alt or something, right? That I haven't logged in a while, and it'll still be in the other Agartha, and I'll sometimes still see a couple people there. So like, they don't necessarily shut down, but you're less likely, I guess, to get dropped into them.
Yeah, but I noticed during the event it really happened there, and that caused some confusion to some people who were maybe not properly meeting up. I did have Benny standing around at the Megaboss platform, and at some point I often did not see Benny anymore because he was in a different instance. So when I came out of the portal, I ended up in a different instance, and so it was important that people actually do the meetup on me, and not just walk out of the portal or meet up on Benny even. It was important that they meet up on the tank that posted the meetup.
I mean, yeah, I've definitely
this is a problem we would not have outside an event. So maybe it would be an idea like make it close to it, like make it a pre-anniversary event or a post-anniversary event, like just a few days later, when people are still kind of engaged with the game, and then dedicated to then do this event, and we would not compete with hourly stuff, right?
Yeah. And then if you do it around anniversary, at least it's like kind of summertime, so because if you were gonna do like 1,000 thing, right, all multiple days, it's obviously gonna go more than a weekend. But if it's summer, then there's I don't know, odds that maybe people have like vacation, or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. There's
then again, to be very honest, for the multiple day run, I think still that the time between Christmas and New Year is better, because I know it's not fair for everyone, because not everyone can have a leave in that time, but still a majority of the people is not working during that time, at least in the Western world, which is the main focus of this game. There's not so many people from other cultures here comparatively, right? So I know.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the
unfair
EU.
to them if you're Indian or Chinese. It's a bit unfair to them, but there's no. I'm not aware of any time of the year where the whole world has just nothing to do to play a computer game for several days in a row. In the summertime, you're usually traveling, right?
You missed your key window of COVID. That would have been the time to run the event. When no one was doing anything for months at a time.
Well, yeah.
That would have been perfect.
Think about it, and because, like I said, the idea was just born spontaneously. So.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you just need to wait for the next pandemic, and then we'll have plenty of time.
Oh my God, please not, dear Lord, no. Let's not make it happen this way. Uh,
Uh,
Anyway, I would say let's keep brainstorming. I think we gave a bit of input to the community, what they could think about, and come back to me
yeah,
with
yeah.
ideas. And we'll see what we do. Like I said, someone really needs to beat me to it. Funcom needs to be in it. But if those conditions are met, um, I'm not saying no now. So because this was really a nice outcome of the event. So overwhelming positive feedback. So
Yeah, super
that
awesome.
that would kind of motivate me to do it again. Yeah, this positive feedback.
Awesome event, sir.
Right. We we talked a lot. We're 2 hours in the stream already.
Yeah.
Not sure how long you wanted to make it. So again, Jimmy, thank you very much, really, for having me here, for hosting me,
Yeah, no
helping me
problem.
out, making this public, that nobody can challenge it now. Especially, I mean, you see the outcome now.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very important. This was not fabricated. This result that Uni is getting her outfit, that Sad But True is getting a check. It was not fabricated. Who would have believed it if I just did this privately, right? Who would have
Well, it was
believed it?
funny to see.
I myself would be like, fuck, I have to reroll because everyone is gonna blame me for doing some shady stuff here.
It was
No,
very
I was
funny to
not.
see
Everyone
that.
has seen it live.
It was very funny to see people get rolled again and like jump up ranks. That was kind of cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
So
that
sorry
happened
that I
to.
didn't think about this possibility earlier.
No, but that was really
I
cool. I actually liked that.
yeah.
Like it gave a little spice to the thing. I think it happened like three
Right.
times. Three
Right.
different times people jumped that
Right.
had ranked before got to jump up a
Right.
rank. That was
Right.
actually kind of cool.
I would totally make it like this again. I would just also write it to the rules, so it's not. Um, we had to decide the short term how exactly we do the rerolls, and if we reroll onto the group or also the player and whatever. I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
think about this more carefully to have it even nailed down in more details. But I
And
think we did it in the proper way, so it's legitimate. And
honorary prize to Dragon's Breath shells.
yes. I have to see if I can fix my ACT. That's a nuisance and really awkward. But like I said, it did not change anything in the top DPS numbers. I checked that because they're not using Dragon Breath shells anyway. So
Yeah, yeah.
anyway,
All right. Well,
so thank you everyone again for attending. If you stayed until now, and like I said, please send your feedback to me. You can mail me in game on Agnetta or Ninja, whichever character you know. You can write me on Discord. You can add a comment on the forum, whichever way you get in touch with me with ideas and feedback. I really appreciate it. Let's see. I would say it will not happen very soon again. Let's give it at least half a year until the summer event, likely a bit longer, because I'm not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
make these 24-hour sessions too often. But yeah, I mean during a holiday, especially, I mean for me especially suitable is the Christmas holiday because I really have always like at least 1 week off, more likely 2 weeks off, so you can readjust your sleep pattern again afterwards. So let's see what happens in the future. It was a great fun, so thank you everyone again who was part of it and for all the positive feedback.
All right. Thanks, Nana.
All right then. Good night, everyone. See you
See
around.
you later. All right. So that was the point of this stream. Hope everyone enjoyed. It was super fun for me. Sad I didn't actually get to attend the event, but you know, you have a family at the holidays. You're not always available on the computer. So how it goes. I will attempt to raid as one other person streaming. Secret World. I had to type on the right keyboard. That would help. So we'll give them a raid and we'll go say hi. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.